On today's show, the rumor mill takes on the new Corvette Z06, Ford talks electric trucks, and Honda fans are paying the Radwood tax. Plus, we answer the question, what if Chrysler built a Thunderbird? I'm Tiffany Stone, and this is Hagerty's Daily Driver. Let's buckle up. The C8 Corvette debuted last year, finally putting the decades of mid-engine Corvette rumors to rest. But if you thought that meant the end of Corvette speculation, think again, because everyone is talking about the 2022 C8 Corvette Z06. The Z06 trim first appeared as a track-focused package in 1963. It disappeared for a few years, but returned on the C5 and has been an option ever since. We haven't seen the Z06 yet, but filings with the U.S. Patent Office hint at adjustable wings, splitters, and side flaps to make the car faster and corner harder. That's a C7 Corvette in the patent drawings, but since that model retired without any of these features, it's a safe bet to say that they're meant for the C8. But that's not all. According to the folks at musclecarsandtrucks.com, the next Z06 will have carbon fiber wheels wrapped in a super sticky Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tire. Lastly, we're told the car could have a center exit exhaust in an effort to make the rumored 5.5-liter flat plane V8 sound a little bit more exotic. Now moving on, in an interview with CNBC, Ford Chief Operating Officer Jim Farley said that the automaker has plans to roll out an all-electric version of the F-150 and Transit van by mid-2022. That's good news for drivers who want to tow their powerboat to the lake in silence. But they're entering a crowded space that includes Bollinger, Hummer, Tesla, Rivian, and newcomer Nikola. In the last few years, Nikola has unveiled several hydrogen and electric vehicle concepts, including semi-trucks, and I'm pretty excited about this. Most recently, Nikola released renderings of a hydrogen fuel cell EV pickup truck, and they've called it Badger. I'm honestly so impressed on how this looks. Well, since releasing those renderings, Nikola's stock price has gotten such a boost, the company's stock value has surpassed Ford. They've also claimed they have billions of dollars in pre-orders, but they haven't delivered a single vehicle to a customer. So I'm wondering, when are they coming out? There are so many electric truck startups, it's hard to know who will succeed and who will be a footnote in history. Would you drive an electric truck? I know I would, so let us know in the comments down below. And finally, in auction news, a low-mileage Honda S2000 has landed on Bring a Trailer, and we're a little worried. The 2007 is finished in a Silverstone metallic and has just over 1,000 miles on the odometer. The S2000 is known for its crisp handling and 8,000 RPM redline. If you wanted a bigger Miata with more power, these are a great bargain, or rather, they were a great bargain. Last week, a 2000 Honda Civic Si sold for $50,000. That's right, a 20-year-old, 160 horsepower front-wheel drive coupe with 5,000 miles on it is selling for double of what a new Civic Si costs. That is just ridiculous to me. So, if that car is worth 50 grand, what is Honda's great convertible worth? 100,000? 200,000? Let's just call it the Radwood tax. It's nice that people are starting to appreciate these cars, but I always start to worry when enthusiast bargains become museum pieces. If there was ever a car that's better to drive than look at, it's the Civic Si. There's only 5 days left on the auction, so I guess we'll just have to wait and find out on the price. Now, to whoever buys it, please do everyone a favor, go drive it, just don't let it sit there. Do yourself a favor, go have some fun. Now, coming up after the break, we take a look at a 1950s Chrysler that never existed. But first,
he drives a tractor, but his son, a drummer in a local rock band, drives a Civic.
In the 1950s, many companies made two-seat roadsters. Chevy had the Corvette, Ford had the Thunderbird, and, well, Chrysler had nothing. Until a few years ago, Murray Paff decided to change all of that. He started with this, a 1959 Chrysler Imperial Crown. That's a four-door sedan the size of Delaware. Murray's plan was to turn this into something the size of a Shelby Cobra. Ambitious? Yes, but he did it. He spent over 10,000 hours transforming it from a yacht to a speedboat. It wasn't easy. He cut the original body into 46 individual pieces, throwing away what he didn't want and reforming what he did. The wheelbase was 129 inches long and now it's 91. That's like turning a Suburban into a Miata. The body is 2 feet shorter and 8 inches narrower. Even the door was complicated. It's actually made from parts from the front and back doors welded together. All of this work is amazing, and somehow he did this all in his garage, although he does admit he had the help of some very talented friends. Regardless, the result is stunning. Our hats go off to you, Mr. Paff. And to everyone out there slacking on their project, I bet you it's not as complicated as this one, so get to it. For more details and images on the Imperial Speedster, check out the full article by our own Don Sherman on Hagerty.com/media or click the link in the description. Now that's all for today's show, but we will be back next week with more car news. Until then, keep driving.